What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I apologize. I got on here a little bit late, a little late. Tonight I'm chiming in, like I said before, with me being off the road, taking advantage of it last week, this week, getting some trainings knocked out, doing 3 sessions this week. But every day, while I have time, when I get home, I'm, not going into a hotel, not having to put together certain things for the next day. So I want to make sure that I come at you every single day with something impactful that you can use. So in this short video, what we're going to be talking about is what do you say and how do you handle it when your customer tells you that they want to shop around. All right. Hey, Cheryl. So let's just think about it like this. How many times, if you work at a dealership, have you established rapport with this customer, you got them in, you sat them down, you presented them with a vehicle option, y'all went out, y'all took a look at it. They seem like they like everything. The numbers are where they want to be. So they say, and then at the end of it all, they say, oh, I want to shop around. Okay, now first thing that I want to address is this. You probably already know this, but in sales, especially in automotive sales, there's only five common objections. Okay, number one is I want more for my trade. Number two is I want to think about it. Number three is I like to shop around. Number four is I want to talk to my spouse. And number five is the price is too high. So think about that. We got trade, spouse, shop, think, price. So the big thing is this, knowing that there's only five, and sometimes there's other little objections that come up, but they typically fall up under the umbrella of one of these five. Means the good news is all you need to do is have a very intelligent response for these five so that when they come up, you're prepared. At the end of the day, knowing that one of these five, if not two or three of these five, may come up in one conversation or one sitting with a guest, it will behoove you to make sure that you are prepared. Think about this. You ever been with a guest and you're hoping that they don't hit you with certain objections? It's kind of like I want to shop around. The fact that a lot of salespeople don't know how to handle it, it can become confrontational. It's like, well, what you want to shop around for? How long do you think that's going to take you? 5 minutes, an hour, today, and blah, blah, blah. And once you take a person who has what's called an internal buying system, know this, every single customer has an internal buying system, and that is the thought process or the person that they speak with. It's a series of things that they do before making a decision. And remembering that buying a vehicle is the second largest purchase next to buying a home for most people. Okay, so this is a big deal. For those of us at the dealership, we do it every day, so it can sometimes seem like it's just another deal. But we have no idea how long it took for this person to get their credit right. How long it took for them to be able to save up their money. Is this the first vehicle they're buying after being in the military? We have no idea. Okay, so we have to realize that this is a special occasion for them. But also, we have to make sure that we're prepared. So let's talk about when somebody says they want to shop around. The average person freaks out, the average salesperson freaks out, it becomes confrontational, or they just totally give up and let the person walk. Okay, now the reason why they'll tell you they just want to shop around, number one, is because they know a lot of salespeople are ill prepared, or should I say ignorant, just meaning lacking knowledge to how to deal with it. Hey, and if you're in here, hit that like button, please, so we can get more people that are in our profession, in our industry on board, so we all doing it the right way to make it better for all of us. And so the first thing they do, they'll tell you they want to shop around because they believe that will shoo off the weak salesperson, okay? They won't know how to handle it, and they'll move on. Number two, they'll say that they want to shop around because they're attempting to get the best price. Now, let's think about this, knowing that 9 times out of 10, when a person wants to shop around, it is to get the best price. We have to learn how to deal with that and what to say to handle that. So here's what you can do. When somebody tells you, you presented the numbers to them, because you've built rapport with this person, y'all were all good, y'all went on the demonstration drive, you came back, you gave them a tour of the dealership, and you're going through the numbers, and they turn into somebody that you never knew before. You're like, I thought we were cool. I thought we were on the same page, and now you kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde to me. Expect that from the guest. So you've got this great rapport, you come back, you give them the dealership tour, you hit them with the numbers, and now they say they want to shop around, okay? The first thing you want to do is when a person tells you that they want to shop around, you want to make sure that you acknowledge how intelligent that is. Okay, so they say, look, I just want to shop around. You know what, John or Bruce or Mary or Lizette, you know what? I can totally appreciate that. As a matter of fact, it just lets me know how intelligent of a person that you are, because you want to make sure any investment you make, you're getting the best bang for your buck, don't you? And so now I acknowledge them as being an intelligent person that's out here looking or making an attempt to get the best bang for their buck. Okay, and at the end of the day, if you're making an investment like this, you want to make sure you're getting the best for your buck. are you getting the best option that's suited for you, right? And you know, when you say right, you need to be nodding that head yes, because they're gonna say, yeah, that's true. They might not have wanted to come out and tell you that, but once you bring it up first, it allows them to be able to say, yeah, that's true. I'm making an investment. I want to make sure I'm making the best investment for myself. Okay, so hey, listen, I totally get it, and I can appreciate that. As a matter of fact, it just lets me know how intelligent you are. It lets me know that you're somebody who wants to make sure if you're making an investment like this, you're gonna get the best options available, or you're gonna make sure it's the best suited for you, right? Right. Okay, so now the next thing you should ask them after that is, okay, help me understand, what exactly are you going to be shopping for? Okay, allow them to tell you. Now we know it's probably going to be on either total price or on monthly payment. But as opposed to you saying, what, you're going to shop around on price, you're going to shop around on payment, it may not be either one of those. Now we know that 9 out of 10 times it's going to be that, but what if it's not? So we don't want to bring up the price as an issue when really it may not have been. So it's, hey, listen, help me understand, what exactly are you shopping for? All right. So now they may say, well, I'm looking for a better payment. All right. So now if they tell you that what they're shopping around for is a better payment, right then you can say, you know what? You're not the first person to tell me that that's what your objective is. And what I want to do, as much as I would love to earn your business, I want to make sure that you have enough information so you can make an educated decision. All right. If you want to shop around, let me explain to you exactly what you have to do. Okay, when you leave our dealership, the next Ford, Chevy, Nissan, whatever store it is, the next store is about 8 miles up the road. Now, what you're going to do when you get there, you're going to park, you're going to get out, you're going to engage with one of their salespeople. They're going to take you through a presentation. They're going to take you on a demonstration drive. Then they're going to collect your information, okay? Once they collect your information, what they're going to do, they're going to get with their management staff, and then they'll be able to present you with what their best option is, okay? And once you get done there, all you have to do is drive another 5 miles over to ABC, Ford, Chevy, Nissan, or whatever, and they're going to take you through the similar process. You're going to park, you're going to get out, you're going to speak with one of the sales reps, they're going to present you with a vehicle option, they're going to take you on the demonstration drive, they're going to get your information to run your credit, and then they're going to present you with their best option. Now, all you have to do, seeing as there's 5 or 6 different dealerships in the area, I'll even give you a map, and it may take you 2 to 4 hours at each one, okay? And if you have a few days that you could take off work, or you don't mind, going to place after place, spending hours there, I'll help you be able to do that. Or you can allow me to help you, because I can't hurt you. So help me help you, because I can save you a whole lot of driving time, a whole lot of headache, and I can make things a lot easier for you if you just explain to me exactly what you feel you were hoping to stay around on a monthly budget. And let me see what I can do. Let me go to work. Let me show you exactly what I'm willing to do to help you start enjoying this vehicle right away. Let me get with my manager and we'll see just how close we can come to where you were hoping to be. Okay, so I want you to think about what we just did. When the person says they want to shop around, the average person never thinks about what it takes. I highly recommend every salesperson, if you work at a dealership and you're at a Ford, Chevy, Nissan store, whatever, you should go to Google and type in Nissan stores or Chevy stores, Ford stores in your zip code. You put in that zip code, and as you know, it'll bring up everyone in that area. And it'll give you the mileage distance. You should print that off and have it hanging up in your cubicle, or in your office, or in your work area. If you share desk, man, maybe you should have it laminated and set up right there. Because the average person doesn't realize that in order for them to get the best price, they literally have to go to the next dealership. They have to get with that sales rep. They have to go through the process, go through the demo drive, go through the walkarounds and all of that stuff, get their credit ran just to find out what they are willing to give it to them for. Then after that, they got to go to the next dealership and do the exact same thing. But the average customer doesn't think about that. And listen, you want to let them know on place to place that, we were all right around the same, give or take a couple $100, and that I was right there and you could have saved yourself a whole lot of headache and hassle. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Help me help you. Tell me exactly where you feel like you were hoping to be, and let me see what I can do to help you. Let me go to work for you. You want to make sure they know, because do you know how many sales professionals, including myself, have used that and a person has sat there and said they never thought about it? Because think about this. Back in the day, people would go to 7 to 10 dealerships, I would say back in the 90s, before they made a buying decision. There was no internet, even all the way up into the early 2000s. Now people go to 1.5 dealerships. And do you know that 8 out of 10 people that drive a vehicle home that day want to buy from the very first dealership they went to? That's why they went there. And realize this too, that today, just to be competitive, to get people in your store, you have to discount the vehicle immediately when you're posting it online. Because nobody goes into the highest price dealer, you know what I mean? And very rarely does anybody go into the lowest price dealer because they're not around very long. But it's that kind of sweet spot in the middle, but you have to be competitive, okay? So you have to realize that when people are coming in there, they're no longer in shop around mode, think about it mode. They're in action mode. Because thinking about it is sitting at home saying, shopping around, we all know with the computer, our laptops and the mini computers in our pocket, you know, we have access to be able to look at anything we want. So when they come to your store, they are no longer in shopping mode or thinking mode. They're in action mode, okay? You must know that. And so when you go through, and you should expect that a person may tell you that they want to shop around. You should expect that they'll tell you the price is too high. You should expect that they're going to tell you they want to talk to their spouse. You should expect that they're going to tell you they want to think about it. You should expect that they tell you that the trade wasn't enough. There's 5. You should expect those and be prepared for those in advance. Man, I see people whose results be inconsistent, and they're right there. And what they keep doing is they keep trying to wing it or saying, you know, I'm going to get it. But Isaac Newton said it best, and that is, if I see further than others, it's because I stand on the shoulders of giants. And there's an old quote that says, only a fool will learn from their own experiences. A wise person will learn from the experience of others. And so take heed to what I'm saying. Not only did I play this game on the showroom floor at a very high level, but think about it. I was able to sell my way out and now work with some of the biggest automotive dealer groups nationwide, being requested to come in and really go deep and share my expertise with other people to help them get up to being 25 and 30 unit a month producers, okay? At the end of the day, you can do the exact same thing, but you just have to prepare yourself to how to handle certain situations. So let's think about it when they say that they want to shop around. Always compliment that. You know what? Listen, I can totally get that. As a matter of fact, it lets me know just how intelligent you are. And I applaud you for that. I'm pretty sure with an investment like this, you want to make sure you're getting the best options or what's best out there for you, right? Right. All right. So so once you've already done that, you complimented this person. Ask them, so what exactly do you feel you're going to be shopping for? And if you notice, you keep hearing me say how you feel rather than what you think. Because people buy 90% based off emotion and back it up with 10% logic. As human beings, we are not logical thinkers. If we were, we wouldn't eat meat, drink alcohol, smoke. Wouldn't do any of that. But man, we love some steak with some A1 and a little bit of fat on it. And my goodness, you know, you don't need 3 vehicles when your body can only be in one at a time, but having 3 says something about your status. So when you're talking with somebody and you're trying to educate them logically based on the, you know, the torque and the turn ratio and all of these super duper technical things, you're losing that person because you're asking them what they think. And remember this, we have no idea what the intelligence level is of the people that are coming into our store. We don't know if they have a 6th grade education, 8th grade, 12th grade, or college. So when you say, tell me what you think about this, or how do you think this, man, you have no idea what their thought process is, and you could be setting yourself up for failure without even knowing it. But when you ask somebody how they feel about something, the human emotions is something that we all are given, okay? And how a person feels about something is more honest than what they think about a particular thing. So when I ask them, hey, listen, what do you feel you will be shopping for? So now if they tell me monthly payments, okay, listen, I totally get that and I can appreciate that. Now, when you're talking about the monthly payments, help me, okay? Because I can't hurt you. Help me help you. Because at the end of the day, let me explain to you what it will take in order for you to find out who's got the best price out there. Like the next closest dealership is 8 miles away. So you jump in your car, you drive 8 miles, you're gonna get out, you're gonna deal with one of their sales reps, they're gonna take you through the process, go through a demonstration drive, and then at the end of it, they'll be able to give you their best price. And then after that, you're gonna drive another 4 miles over to ABC dealership, and you're gonna get out and you're gonna go through the same exact process. You're gonna go through the demo drive. They're gonna run your information and your credit, and then they'll be able to give you the best price. Then the next dealership, you're gonna go through the same thing. Now imagine you go to 3 or 4 different places, everybody's running your information, and if you're driving around in a trade, if you plan on selling this vehicle to the dealership, the extra mileage that you're putting on it could be depreciating your vehicle. Okay, and if you do all of that running around just to find out that we were all the same, give or take a couple $100, and that reality, I was right there where you really needed to be, Let me save you a lot of time. Let me save you a lot of hassle. Let me save you a lot of headache. That's what I'm here to do for you. Tell me what you feel you were hoping to stay around, and let me see exactly what we can do and how close we can come to where you were hoping to be. Okay? Now, this is exactly what we're talking about, okay? Make sure, A, you compliment them. Hey, listen, I can appreciate how intelligent you are. Number two, okay? The very second thing about the shop around is find out what exactly are they shopping around for? What do you feel you're shopping for? What do you feel you're looking for? Okay, that I may have missed. And then the third one, you want to help them and explain to them exactly what it takes to get the best price. Because any dealership that says they got the best price is lying because they don't know what the next store is willing to do. Okay? So you have to be willing to go to every dealership in the area that sells that same brand, go through the entire process and get prices from all of them, let your credit be reduced and deal with the issues that way. No. Or they can allow you to save them some money, save them some time, save them some headache, save them some driving, all right? And help them get as close as they possibly can to where they feel they were hoping to be. And never be afraid to explain to somebody exactly what it'll take to get the best price. And then guess what? At the end of all of that time that they have spent, all of those days they may spend to find out that really the best price that they found was give or take a couple $100 away from where I was. But how much is their time worth? How much is their time worth? So if we're really customer focused, these are the types of things when you take time to explain to somebody where they say, do you know how many customers that said, I've never thought about that? Do you know how many sales reps at dealerships, when I explained it, said, I never thought about that? Some of you watching right now may have said, I never thought about it like that. Well, if we never think about it like that, imagine the consumer. And really, as a courtesy, as you helping them out, you really are doing them a customer service courtesy by saving them time, effort, and energy by doing everything you can to help them. I don't believe in pressuring anybody, but I do believe in being persistent. Okay? Because I've seen sales reps say, oh, I didn't want to pressure the person. The customer leaves, do what we know they're going to do, go to another store, and guess what happened? They got railroaded and got a horrible deal. Because if you genuinely know that you're not here to rip anybody off, the best thing you could do for that person is give them every reason, and make it easy for them to do business with you. We're not helping them when we know that we genuinely don't want to take advantage of them, but we let them go because there's still sharks in the water, folks, that's still fighting over that bloody water. There's good teachers, bad teachers, good lawyers, bad lawyers, good everything, bad everything. And in our business, guess what? There are some bad freaking apples. But people like you and I are here to help change the paradigm, change the way people think, change the buying experience. But it requires effort on our part to be able to increase our skill set, to make it easy for people to do business, to make a smart, safe buying decision with us. And this word track you hear today is one of many. As a matter of fact, last week I worked with 30 people. This week I'm working with 30 people, and let me let you know what's going on. Folks are saying, Brian, how do I leverage social media? I found you on the internet. All of these companies find you online or through word of mouth. What can I do to increase my sales? And what I did is I took all of the information, I took all of the things that I've used over the last nearly a decade. I compressed them all up and I made them available for you in a program called How to Drive Facebook Leads. It teaches you, A, how to utilize it for free, and also how with a $20 investment, you can put your post about your vehicle, about a product, in front of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people that are targeted, that are looking for what you want right in your zip code. Everybody believes, oh, I'll just use social media. There's a real science to it. And as opposed to you having to read books after books, spending $50,000, $60,000 really learning the algorithms and what it takes to be successful, what data mining means, I took it all, threw out all the garbage, and took all of the good stuff that you can use immediately to drive people to your store, and I put it together in the Drive Facebook Leads, okay? But that's not all you get, because that has 10 videos. It has over 3 hours of information, 10 videos, over 6 audio programs, not to mention the actual training manual on driving Facebook Leads, the checklist, the mind mapping. All of these are available to you, okay? Now, also what I've included in it is the actual Dominate at the Dealership online automotive sales training program. It's the Dominate at the Dealership online automotive sales training program. Now this program, from what I've been hearing, I've presented this in front of thousands, and there are hundreds hundreds upon hundreds around the world that have been leveraging it, that literally have doubled their income at their dealership and are seeing this now as their road to get where they wanted to go. Where in the beginning, they said, man, there's no way they're going to be able to make it. But they took the time. They were willing to learn how to do it right. So that's what they did. They took the Dominator at the dealership. That has over 6 hours. It has hours of video, actual live training. Okay, if you think the YouTube videos are something, imagine what'll happen once you dive into the Dominator at the dealership, because it's not just a video. It takes you through every step, but not just every step, the psychology behind it. Where managers may not have the time to step in there and teach you, I'm going to do their job for them. Where people say, nobody taught me, nobody trained. Brian, I've learned more from your videos. If you've been watching me for a while, you see the comments that other people make. You see the success that other people are having. And it could be you too, with the Dominator at the dealership, online audio and videos. And guess what? With all of these programs, once you download them, they're yours. You can go to them, and if you have a spouse, if you have children that you want to see go to the next level, guess what? Included in it is the 100 success tips, 10 videos on how to be successful and maintain it. If you have a spouse or somebody that's looking to improve their career, if you have a child that you want to see have a better life than you had, this isn't stuff just for you. You can share it with them. Let them listen to it on their phone in the morning. Give it to that spouse or that significant other as they're preparing for that career change, after they're looking to get a better job. Or they may decide to get involved in our industry. You know why? Because the stuff they learning will allow them to hit the ground running. This is bigger than just you and I. This information that you have, that you will receive from these programs and these downloads, you can share it with your parents. You can share it with your significant other. You can share it with your children. You can share it with your best friend to help everybody around you be successful. One thing I believe is if everybody in your circle is financially secure, your circle is tight. And that's the focus. But also included outside of the Drive to Drive Facebook leads, on top of the Dominator dealership online automotive sales training, on top of the 10 videos of the 100 success tips, you also get the How to Explode YouTube. That ebook, you get that download. You also get online traffic surge, where you learn how to leverage the other social media outlets. Listen, there is a way to truly drive 15 to 20 people that are willing to buy to you at your dealership every single month. It's a system and it works. Think about it. You're here with me right now, aren't you? So if you wonder if it works, do you wonder if I know what I'm talking about? Please believe. And it's all about content. These free videos I put up is because people say, Brian, when you gonna come to my dealership? And I wish I could. I wish myself and my team could be at every dealership around the country, but we're unable to. So what I'm willing to do is give you everything I share with them. So inside the description, click the link in the description. And included, the super bonus is that once you start tonight, you'll get an email and you and I will set up our one-on-one coaching strategy call. That's right. I worked with 30 people last week, working with 30 more this week. I think right now we're at 17 people. So I got enough room for 13 more right now. And we get on our strategy call and we actually start putting it together. We take the information that you picked up from the training. You and I actually get on the phone and we talk about how to implement it. I answer any questions you have, professional or otherwise. And I do everything I can to help you put some hustle behind that muscle. And when you see what it is that people actually pay for the program out and about, whenever I'm all over the country or in different parts of the world, when you see exactly for literally pennies on the dollar, you get a chance to become a member of the Platinum Inner Circle Mastermind Group. You and I work together one-on-one personally, and you actually get the downloads, you actually get the videos, you get the word tracks. Oh, and that's also included. Over 40 word tracks, how to handle. I want to think about it. I want to talk to my spouse. I want to shop around. The trade and the price. You have it right there. All you have to do is load your lips. I've given you all of the artillery. It's just for you to load it in your gun and use it. Okay? And this is not absolutely anything towards violence. You have to make that known on the internet now. But it is about, it's bigger than you. It's bigger than myself. It's about being that one person in the family that decided, hey, listen, if I expect other people to invest in me, I have to be willing to invest in myself. If I really love my family, my significant other, my children, something that will help push them and springboard them to where they want to go, and it's available for me at my fingertips for a very, very, very limited time to the end of the week, and I don't take advantage of it, we have no reason to complain because it's right there. All right. So again, this week I'm gonna be coming at you with tips every single day. Click the link in the description. Hit the like button. We've got all these people that came in here, and I've seen people in here like liking it and making comments. But I wanted to hit the like button for me, y'all. And most importantly, click that link in the description. Go on over and let's get started. Let me go through some of the questions here. All right, Cheryl. Does this work when people say they are checking 5 different brands and use a spreadsheet? Absolutely. Because regardless, even if it's a different brand, they still have to go spend time. They still have to go through the process. They still have to have their information pulled just to find out what the best options are. So it doesn't matter whether they're staying within the brand or going out. The time, and you have to ask, how much is your time worth? Just to find out that you saved $100 or $200. And then let's think about it like this. Let's just say that somebody else they said is $1,000 cheaper. The way you handle that is, let's just say the terms they were looking at was 60 months. 60 months, $1,000 cheaper. What you do is you divide that 1,000 by 60. Okay? And it'll come out to some insignificant number. So you'll say something like, so are you really willing to drive around, take hours away from your family and out of your life, stopping at dealership to dealership, spending hours upon hours just to find out that you save yourself $10 a month? Or would you rather go ahead and start enjoying the vehicle that you like? Start spending more time with the family. Don't have to worry about the headache and stopping the stores, and allow me to go ahead and get my detail department, getting your vehicle shine, prime, and ready to go so you can start enjoying it right away? Right, that's what I thought. Okay, you just have to be willing to speak with people. So yeah, it does work even when it's different brand. Eric, can you talk about your program? I have Cardone University from a buddy I know it sells, but how specific is your program? All my program is on sales, and it's automotive related. Grant, I just watched the interview with him, and Grant will tell you, he's not even in the automotive space anymore. He's been moved out of that space. He's into hedge funds and real estate. Not knocking him, but that's where he is. Where right now, the reason why so many companies deal with me is because I'm hands-on, I'm live, and I'm direct. It doesn't matter how much money I continue to make. I remember what it was like to be in those trenches. I remember what it was like to have managers holding me accountable when at the end of the day, you all aren't giving me the things I needed to survive. So I thought at that time. But I know what was done for me, how I was introduced to information. I was introduced to programs. Now I spend thousands upon thousands of dollars every year on my own improvement and development, which is what allows me to continue to evolve and continue to be requested to speak at conferences, speak at colleges, to come into these multi-million dollar organizations and help them continue to boost their sales. So, Eric, one thing I'll tell you about this program, the Drive Facebook Leads, the Dominator at the Dealership, the 100 Success Tips, the live coaching session. It takes you from A to Z. Everything from how to prepare yourself when you're going out to greet a person all the way through the delivery. Even involving BDC. If you having issues making phone calls, also included is the word tracks on how to prospect, how to send out the email that gets a reply, how to leave the voicemail that gets the reply, that gets people to call you back. It's all done for you. All you have to do is customize it and tailor it and change out your dealership name. That's it. So Eric, if you've been looking for an answer, if you've been looking for a solution, guess what? I don't believe you're here by chance. You're here for a reason. And that link in the description, when you go over and you look and you see what it sells for online right now, what people pay for it, and what you have it available and accessible to you for, man, you'll realize. I'll put it like this. If people think it's hard and difficult for them to take the moves and do the things that they feel will put them in another spot, if they feel it's too hard right now, imagine what it's going to be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Because there's no calendar I've ever seen from Roman to Mayans that has perfect day on it. And they have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but nothing is perfect day. Nothing says one day. Just like on watches, I've seen some awesome, beautiful timepieces. Floyd Mayweather just bought one for $18 million. But guess what it doesn't have on it? Perfect time or sometime. None of that is there. The perfect time is the one that we make. The perfect day is the one that we assign. And you know what? If it's tight a little bit financially, guess what it shows? The powers that be. It shows that in spite of what might be in front of your face, you believe in yourself and the possibility so much that you're willing to risk it, or should I say invest in yourself, because the best investment you can make in yourself. We invest in Netflix and in cell phones and in all types of shit that don't give us nothing. But tell a person that you got something that not only will help them make money for 1 month, but for the rest of their life. A one-time investment can bring them a lifetime of gain, and a person will be a skeptic. But tell somebody they can work at the same company for 30 years, they may get a $1 raise every 2 or 3 years. And when it's time to retire, as opposed to leaving their family a will, they'll leave them a won't. People will tell you that that's perfectly okay. See, we've been bred to think like workers, when in reality, we have to think like bosses, like CEOs, because you are the CEO of the best business that you will ever own, and that's you. And so what you've accepted as a yearly wage or an hourly income, hourly payment, is how you valued your business. If you think your business is worth hundreds of thousands, damn it, you have to do what you have to do to increase the value of your business to get you there. Remember what I said before. The computer was created based off the human brain. The computer was created based off the human brain. Now, knowing that, the many computers in our pocket, our mobile devices, request software updates 6 times minimally a year. They request for the software update so the phone can perform at its peak with all of the updates and the upgrades going on around us. Now, if the mini computer in our pocket requires 6 software updates a year, imagine the software updates required for the supercomputer on our shoulders. So please make sure, click that link in the description, go on over. You're gonna get an email from me setting up the time for you and I to speak. But other than that, please make sure you do what you gotta do to increase your skill set, man. I cannot tell you that is the key. Let's see here. Brian, I was our BDC manager about 2.5 years, moved into sales. Any suggestion on closing a good credit customer and overcoming the talk to spouse? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, again, within the program, I give you over 6 ways to deal with a spouse. But my battery's going low, so I'll be really quick. Number 1, you have to realize that if they trust this person, they love this person, nothing you can say or do is going to change their trust about this person. Matter of fact, you can piss them off. So the one thing you want to do is find out more information. When somebody tells you, I want to talk to my spouse, you know what? I totally get that. Makes you a very intelligent and respectable person. But help me help you out, because you know them probably better than anybody else on this planet. What type of questions do you feel they'll have for you? So now this opens it up, so that way I can help you be prepared when they ask you. So now guess what? Now when they start giving you the questions they're going to ask, guess who most likely those questions are coming from? From them. And even if they are something from the spouse, they know the spouse better than anybody. So I want them to tell me what type of questions do they feel they will ask. Then after they tell me that, awesome. Now let me ask you this, because as far as the vehicle, you do like it, right? You do feel it's right, yeah? The features and everything, you do like it too, right? Yeah. Okay, everything as far as budget goes, all of that's in line with you? Oh yeah, everything's good. Well, let me ask you this, seeing as much you love it and it's right there and it's a good fit for you, what are you gonna do if they say no? Now you may be wondering, like, Brian, why would you ask that? But you have to prepare your person, because when they go home, they're not gonna do a thorough presentation like you did. They're gonna go in there and say, hey, we can get this for that. And so now, by you preparing this person, you say, well, you like it, it fits, and everything is there. What are you gonna do if they say no? You'll hear a person say, a lady might say, well, shoot, if I like it, I'm the one's paying for it, I'm gonna get it. So you wanna hear them say it out loud, not just to you, but to themselves. Or the gentleman says the exact same thing. And you know what has happened? I've had sales reps tell me this, and I've had it happen to me, where a person came back in the next day like, Brian, they said exactly what you said. They might say, they said no, but like I told you, I'm the one paying for it. And they said, since I'm paying for it, I can get it if I want to. But that's because you mentally prepared them for the potential shutdown. So when somebody has to talk to their spouse, always compliment them on being respectful. Always compliment them on being respectful. And then remember, they know this person better than anybody. Ask them, what type of questions do they feel that person will have? All right. And then after that, make sure you ask them, okay, seeing as you love it, you do like it's the right fit, features are good, and everything is on point budget-wise, what are you going to do if they say no? Watch what happens. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that, brother. And I look forward to working with you. But here again, folks, if you really believe that, you picking something up from these, imagine the sessions you'll get, the private sessions that we do once every other week, where I get with the people in the Platinum Inner Circle, the mastermind group, and we really hammer it away. If you get something, this was a 30-minute video, a little longer than what I expected, but this is how we roll. And if you think you're getting something from this, really allow me to help you get into the real next level psychology, the psychological aspect of selling. It'll blow your mind. So do this, man. Click the link in the description. Go on over. As you will see, for literally pennies on the dollar, for less than the for what it costs for a Red Bull, for less than what it costs for a cup of coffee, you could put yourself and your family on a whole nother level just by making that decision, clicking the link, and getting started. Checking for my email, and after when you go and you go ahead and you take care of everything, it's going to redirect you to the download page. Make sure on your phone you have a zip file opener. It's totally free, okay? Because all of the audio and videos, it was so much, we had to compress it. All right. So just make sure that you check that out. It's my grandson in there, and my youngest son is watching him right now. His sister is at work, and I just heard something that sounded like a potential fall. So, but he got it under control. I apologize, y'all. But click the link in the description. Hey, I got a lot of love and respect for you. But remember, you're an uncommon breed. The fact that you're here says a lot about you. I know more about you than you think I do, and I know you want it. And I know you could be a little nervous and skeptical, which is why I give you 90 days to check the program out. And if you don't feel like it helped you, you get your money back. So there's no risk to you. I can't hurt you. I can only help you. So help me help you, y'all. Click the link in the description. Go on over and get started. I'm going to be letting it go for these pennies on the dollar until the end of the week. So again, I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership. All right.